Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of Brilliant Startup Ideas. Today we have some creative, innovative students with us who has done their brilliant projects on topics which we all have always loved. So these are our students from Masters Union from the class of UG 2028 talking to us about what are their projects which they have worked on their product management course. So let's start from you.
Hi, I'm Nishka and I'm a first year undergrad student here at Masters Union. Me and my team built an idea called Union West, which basically, in very simple words, is student founders pitch their ideas, faculty endorses them, and then investors invest.
Hi, I'm Krishna from the class of 2028. So I'm deeply passionate about fostering meaningful connections and forming a impactful community. So as a part of our course, I've built this ReDiscover where it's a exclusive and inclusive platform designed only for the parents where they can form their communities, build on their hobbies, and there's a curated content for the self-discovery as well.
I am Videsh Kukshal from the UG class of 2028, and what I have been working on with my team is Nirvana. Nirvana is the buddy that is with you at your times of adversities. Someone from your family passes away, and that is the time that Nirvana comes in, gives you a hand, and helps you manage all of the tantrums and the chaos while you have the time to grieve and remember your past one.
Hi, my name is Ashwin Dev. I'm also a part of the UG 28 curriculum here at Masters Union. And the project that we really worked on was Bazar. Now, that was a unique space where it allowed pet owners and pet lovers to have different verticals and everything kind of consolidated at one place. So, for example, you could book vets, you could get a marketplace for pet care products, and there was also this community built around those people.
This is something very interesting because me being a pet parent, this is something I would really be excited to try. But can you tell me what is your inspiration behind this?
Right, so this was done as a group, and in my group there were a lot of people who were in touch with all these veterinary doctors, all these adoption clinics, and they saw that there was nothing which consolidated things at one place. And you see, there are a lot of stray dogs, a lot of stray pets all across the world, and there's no space which gives them as a real opportunity to be at homes as well.
So have you even looked at the part where you do these background research of people who actually come forward for adoption?
100%. We talked to a lot of users, and as I said, there were people who were involved, actively involved in the building of this. We interviewed a lot of people who told us the things that they specifically require at one place.
That makes more sense because customized version of the data that you need is something very important considering the kind of topic which you have chosen. It is similar when we say about your project, right? So I wonder how do you, because this is a project, this is a product as well, right? How do you market it?
So marketing this is really difficult. You cannot go out and tell people that we are here for you when someone dies. They would not like to hear it. So when we did talk to many people and understood that we have to be at a place where they genuinely need us. So we tried to talk to a few doctors and talk to them that how can we partner with them. We'd like to partner with a lot of doctors, a lot of already established cremation services. So when someone dies and when doctor is passing you on the papers and telling you that someone is no more, he would be prescribing us to you that if you want any help, this place can solve everything for you.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, coming to you, Krishna. So tell me, how did you actually land upon this idea? What was the entire inspiration that you had?
Okay, so the inspiration for this project came from the first-hand observation. When in an Indian household, how the Indian parents feel when their kids go away for the study or the job in a different state, in a different country, they forget their schedule. Their whole schedule is changed from the morning to the day. There's no one they can talk to, they can share their sad or any other memory. So इस जगह से मेरे को ये थॉट आया कि why not connect all the parents, like build a space where we can bring all the parents together and create groups connected with the WhatsApp later.
So yes, that name itself resonates a lot with exactly what you have done, and I would say it is commendable because we wouldn't have thought of something like that. And about your this thing, can you just tell me what exactly was your thought process when you started with the entire idea?
Since we're here at Masters Union, we see how every student is trying to build their own startup here. So being in that hustle culture, being in that whole startup culture, we realized that there are so many students who are actually struggling to build their startups because they don't know what to do next. So that is when we came up with the first, like the seed of our idea, that was consulting for startups. Because of course, big threes, big fours exist, but they're too expensive for students like us to afford. So we knew that we wanted to build something around startups and MU, but we thought that why not in future when they require funding, why not just bring it right now, because investors can act as advisors and consultants to them anyway. So that is how we thought of this whole idea. One random day in class, we saw our faculty members teaching, and then that is how that idea struck, that why not just include the faculty also in this. So that is how the chain flew with students and faculty members and investors, and then that is how the whole idea was put together.
Okay, so when you say the faculty part, did you actually approach the faculties asking for, what exactly is the situation?
So to answer that, we interviewed a lot of guest faculties as well as the in-house faculties at MU, which is when we discovered that this thing actually solves for something, because students from MU have gone to Shark Tank, but let's be honest, not everybody gets an opportunity to go there. So talking about my project, it is basically a marketplace that connects the VCs to the projects of the students. So when the faculty leave their endorsements or they leave a genuine feedback, it adds up onto the project of the student that is already existing.
Oh, okay. So are you saying these faculties actually has a space to leave their feedback on the student projects?
Yes, they do. They can leave it on the website, and it also gets sent to the student directly, so they know the faculty has seen you. So now this bridges the gap between the investors and the students, and it makes like it is a win-win situation for both of them, because investors know that this is not just some XYZ project. It has been endorsed by credible faculty. It has been through that first round of validation. So they save on time for that, and students save time looking for investors. So that's how the gap is being bridged.
Makes sense.
So let's say that, the kind of support you got from MU did help you grow what you were building, right? So if you look back to any instance like that where you can remember, something which you were particularly not able to address initially, have you had that phase as well?
So after the ideation and after getting the inspiration, the crucial task is getting the customer's output. So for the feedback process, what I did was I went into a 4-week pilot program with 35 parents, and we rolled out forums, interviews and reviews to collect the user data. And whatever we got, we input that into the system. Like for example, there was this major roadblock that we encountered when we were having a difficult time to balance the functionality with simplicity. So the parents were having a difficulty to go through the website. Like usually the parents are not tech background. So in response to that, we took guidance from the incubator from the MU, and we navigated the website in such a way that it is easy for them to go through the website.
This is also something which I wanted to ask you guys, because while I was going through your projects, I realized that all of you have actually managed, I wouldn't say managed to, you have built such fantastic websites, right? How did you guys get through that part?
We focused on creating and seamless experience for our consumers. It was not something that we want to create a bang on tech product filled with a lot of features. The purpose was to make sure that when is the time that consumer needs our product, and when he lands on our websites, it should be a seamless experience for him to get the value that he wants out of it.
Brilliant. So you all might have received the user feedback as well, right? So what was your problem, addressing any of the user feedback? Have you had any? Can you tell me how did you collect the data from the users?
So we went about interviewing different types of people at MU, like the admin staff, the faculties, like I mentioned earlier, and we understood that how their emails are flooded with student startup ideas, because everybody just wants to tell people what they are doing, right? So we knew that our platform will have a list of every student startup. So, but they also said that the faculty or the investors would like to meet the founders themselves and then like invest. So keeping in mind that feedback, we integrated Calendly when they can like block meeting timings with the students, with the investors, and then actually have a face-to-face conversation that adds that personal touch to that pitch. So that's how we integrated the user feedback in our website.
I think the entire idea is quite new and I really love that idea. So let's just say, looking back at the biggest lesson that you have learned with this entire project that you have worked on, can you just throw some light on it?
Yeah, so I'll go first. So this is about this thing which everyone sort of faces in the starting, and that's analysis paralysis. So a lot of people, when they're working on these things, they'll just think about it for too long and evaluate which one's better, is this the right one to go to. But really what we need to be focusing on is iterating fast, delivering fast. So we made a website in just like one day, but then we changed a lot over 10 days.
Exactly what I was thinking. All you need to do is just put your idea out to people, because this project made me do that. Earlier it was just ये सही होगा नहीं होगा काम करेगा नहीं करेगा, and the only way you can understand it is by putting it out, by talking to people. So I think that was something I learned.
I would like to quote Bhupesh sir here. So the only way a founder can innovate its product is by empathizing with the user.
I think now we have heard them all, you know what they have been working on. I'm sure this will inspire you to work on things that you are passionate about, and if you think you have certain roadblocks there, you have seen how they have put their work to actual proper action. So I'm sure this episode will help you take that action. So we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye.